welcome to another episode. It's been a little while, hasn't it, since my last language learning update, and it is quite simply because life just happened. We are in December, it is the countdown to Christmas. I've been working as well as trying to record content for my YouTube channel and planning out videos and vlogs, and oh my goodness, my language learning went somewhere over there for a little while, but I'm back and I wanted to give you an update as to what I have managed to do in this period. It hasn't been a lot, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you, but I have done a little, and it has been centered mostly around my pronunciation because I went to Sicily a couple of weekends ago and I tried my very best to communicate in Italian, and I realised one of two things. Number one, I need to speak very slowly, because it's one thing to speak quickly in your own language, but when you are speaking in another language, if you try to talk quickly, very often you will make mistakes or people just will not understand what you're saying. And that was what happened with me, and I realised that a lot of it stemmed down to the pronunciation of my words, because in English we tend to eat our words, we tend to eat the letters, we don't sound out the letters as you see them, and this can sometimes make reading and speaking Italian difficult because every single letter is sounded out in Italian. So I realised I wanted to go back to basics and focus on the alphabet, because the sounds of the alphabet differ to the English alphabet, and I wanted to focus in on that because that will help me in turn to sound out words and for people to understand me better when I speak. I discovered a fantastic new YouTube channel which some of you recommended to me when I started this vlog series, so thank you to those who did. Italy Made Easy, and it's a guy called Manu, and he has some incredible videos on his channel, but the one that I've been working with in these couple of weeks has been the one where he goes through the Italian alphabet, and he literally sounds out every single letter and then he gets you to repeat it back to him. Fantastic video. It's around 4 minutes long, so it's not long at all, but I really enjoyed it, and it's something that I'm referencing back to when I have moments where I'm like, how do I say that letter? How do I sound this letter? So it's a really good resource, and I think it's something to add to the material that I'm already using. I'm being very conscious of the need not to overload myself, because as I mentioned in my very first video when I started this series, sometimes when you have too many sources of information, you can easily become overwhelmed, and it stops you and hinders you from learning because you literally don't know where to start. So I'm trying to be very conscious as to the sources of information I use, but I do find his videos good and helpful, so I think that they're a good addition to what I'm already using on YouTube. So this has been a new discovery for me in this period, and I thought today on camera my Italian speaking could be me sounding out the letters of the alphabet in Italian, because if you didn't know, the Italian alphabet is different to the English alphabet, not just in terms of the sounds of the letters, but also there are some letters that are actually omitted from the alphabet in Italian. So they don't have letter K in the Italian alphabet, they don't have letter J, they don't have letter X or letter Y in the Italian alphabet, or letter W either. However, they have been introduced in recent years to accommodate words from other cultures and languages that have been adopted into the Italian language. So for this reason, they do use these letters, but they're not in the standard alphabet that you would learn at school. So I'm going to tell you the letters of the alphabet in Italian, but the traditional alphabet. So in case some of you think I don't know my alphabet, this is why. Okay, so let's get into it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, Z. There we go. The Italian alphabet. I think I did quite well. It's practice, and I know that the sounds are so different to the English alphabet that it takes a little bit of time, but this has been my update. And I also wanted to share with you that I've decided to reassess how often I post these videos, because honestly, I don't want to be posting videos that are not good for you to watch, that are not going to help you. I value your time and respect your time immensely. So I'm going to be posting these videos on a monthly basis now. So it's literally going to be every month at the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a check-in with you and letting you know what I'm learning, what I have learnt, and my progress. And I will be posting weekly written updates on my community tab on my channel. So if you haven't already discovered it, on my channel, one of the tabs is a community tab, and I can post updates on here on a really regular basis. In fact, I often post polls and photographs. And so I'm going to use this means of updating you. So it's not a video format. So you'll have a weekly written update from me, a catch up with me of how well I'm doing. And then once a month, you will have a more in-depth video with what I've learnt, with what's worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. And I think this is a schedule that I can easily stick to, and I think will be more beneficial to you all who are watching in the long run. So, you know, it's all an evolution, it's all growth. I want to remind you that wherever you are in your language learning journey, keep going. Piano, piano, small step, and don't be afraid to change things up, to make alterations, to do things differently if what you're doing at the moment isn't working. I've realised that I need to change my schedule and do things differently with how I tell you how I'm doing. So for this reason, for your learning, you need to make sure it works for you and is something that you can stick to and do well at, really. So yes, until next time. Ciao for now.